The headlines are full of stories about children being sexually and physically abused. But thanks to the Children's Center of Southwest Missouri, more and more offenders are being put away where they won't be able to harm our children anymore. The goal of the Children's Center is really very simple: to provide a safe, child-friendly setting for the investigation of child abuse in Southwest Missouri. However, the work they do there is anything but easy.
Working here on a daily basis, it can be a range of emotions. I always look forward to coming to work. What the day will bring, we never know. It may be a very serious sexual abuse case. It may be a very serious physical abuse case. About the time we think that we have seen everything, there will be something different, something that just blows us away.
Before the Children's Center opened in 1997, it was not uncommon for a child to have to tell their story 10, 15, sometimes 20 times. A typical case would be the child would tell their story of abuse to their teacher, who would then take the child to see the principal, then perhaps the school counselor and nurse, then the school calls the police hotline. The police would talk to the child, then an investigator with Child Protective Services, the defense attorney would get involved, and so on and on and on.
It hurt our case in a couple of ways. Number one, when kids have to tell that story over and over and over again, they become almost robotic in the way that they tell the story again. And they lose whatever emotion they would have, and it made their stories unbelievable. The other thing is, it would create inconsistencies. What we find with child sex abusers is it doesn't happen just one time. So when they're telling the story the first time, they may be relating an event from 6 months ago, but when they're telling somebody else, they may be relaying a different event. It's not that they both didn't happen, but the details would be different. So we'd be getting different details and inconsistent statements, and that hurt cases as well.
Now at the Children's Center, the child only needs to tell their story one time to a forensic interviewer in a private setting that is captured on video. Law enforcement personnel and child protective workers can listen and observe in another room. The Children's Center also offers the child a chance to see a doctor, while their parents can talk to an advocate to help them understand the system. The end result is that children are getting help without the trauma of having to repeat their sometimes horrendous experiences dozens of times. And law enforcement is seeing a higher rate of success in getting the offenders off the street.
To see the Children's Center, number one, as everybody says, we hate to have it in the first place. But we know that these kinds of things happen to our children. To have the place here for the workers who work so hard and are dedicated and passionate towards the children, to give them a place where we can treat children better and get a better result in these types of cases, it is rewarding to see.
Every child that comes through here is precious. It breaks our hearts to know that they're here for the reasons that they're here. But knowing that we're helping, knowing that someone took the time to make that hotline call and bring suspected abuse to the forefront, and the investigators come in, we investigate it, and knowing that we're making a difference.
The Children's Center makes a difference every day in people's lives.
The success of the Joplin Center caught on, and there are now children's centers in Monette, Nevada, and Butler. They are seeing, on average, 1,000 children per year between them. That's 1,000 children right here in our area that have been abused and are now getting help. And that's 1,000 offenders that are now no longer a threat to our children. But it takes money to continue to provide these services. The Children's Center relies on the generosity of people like you to continue their mission. For more information on the Children's Center, go to childrenscenter.org and help us help our kids today.